Hey everybody, Ron here, and today I'm going to revisit a topic I talked about 5 years ago. That is how to run basically a campaign in a weekend. It was one of my first videos that I did as a vlogger on this YouTube channel, and I really enjoyed that topic. I have run 4 games this way now, and I have some more experience that I wanted to share. I figured it was time for me to revisit the topic, so here we are. 2 of the major things that I wanted to change via my experience is, number 1, I wanted to do a different genre than fantasy because my first 3 were all fantasy, which is a very familiar genre for the people that I've been playing with and myself. But also, one of the other things that the players really struggled with are the rules. And when you're only spending a certain amount of time playing basically like a story arc, a campaign in a weekend, and you spend an inordinate amount of time trying to figure out the details of the rules and your character, then that leaves less time for actually engaging with the story and having cool moments and whatnot, and slowing down play, which is something that I have been bigger and bigger on as I gotten older because I only have so much time left on this planet. So I was looking for a system that was going to be easier to deal with, easy to play. And I ended up with a easy system, Easy D6. The challenge was that DM Scotty has made a fantastic system, but he only made a fantasy game, Wasted World, a post-apocalyptic game, come out this year. And I'm sure that's great too. That's not really my thing. I looked over that book, pulled some things from it, but that wasn't gonna do as much lifting as I was hoping. Another game that I love that's Easy D6 is Assignment Danger. I have covered it before here. Even interviewed the writer, designer of the game, Bruce Ballin. Once again, excellent game, emulates the genre excellently. Pulled some things from it, but it wasn't gonna do the heavy lifting. So I decided to do my own work. I came up with a house rules document. I borrowed from a lot of places, including some other guys' Easy D6 Star Wars hack and Tiny Frontiers. The ship rules are basically ripped out of there, tweaked a little bit for Easy D6, but I just borrowed a whole bunch of stuff from there. Setting-wise, I use the Frontier Zone in the Bulldogs RPG, which is a game that I love. Did I talk about this game before? I talked about Bulldogs just a few weeks ago. One of the best campaigns I have ever run was a Bulldogs campaign back 6 years ago. And while Bulldogs is written in the excellent Fate system, once again, wrestling with aspects, and there's just some fiddly bits about the Bulldogs Fate core system that I felt like people were going to struggle with. And Easy D6 is even easier than that. So I decided to make a conversion document, putting the essential rules in a Google Doc to do, Bulldogs and other space opera of that ilk. That's what I share with the players so that they can make their characters and everything like that. I knew that I made the right decision on the system when, during the game, the wife of one of the players was the one that actually recreated the characters from the Bulldogs campaign, and she knew the character backwards and forwards. This person she's amazing. She's a great artist and everything like that, but she's not as into the rules as some of the other players are. And just the fact that not only did she know the rules, but she was able to point things out to her husband, who's usually the stronger of the two in this department, made me feel very good about the decision I make. I'm telling you folks, Easy D6 is it's an amazing system. You really got to check it out. So those were the 2 takeaways, right? Easier system and different genres, so I can do something different. Those were the 2 main things. We just had the game this past weekend. I'm probably babbling and repeating myself. It went out smoothly, but here was how the structure of the game went. I basically prepped 4 different connecting game sessions together, using the excellent Sly Flourish's Return of the Lazy Dungeon Master session prep series. It worked out pretty well. Basically having my strong start for each session, outlining my scenes, and I created a master list of secrets and clues and basic people's places and things. Basically, taking the Sly Flourish lazy GM prep system and tweaking it for my own taste. That worked out pretty well. Of course, nothing went exactly the way that I had prepped for it because that's just how games are. And of course, I was prepared to improvise. For example, the very opening scene, the crew was on a planet. They had just completed a job. and they were meeting with a contact who was giving them details on a new job they're going to take up. And then this gang came to collect the ship because they claimed that the rightful owner of the ship wanted the ship back. And the engineer was in the ship just doing repair and whatnot, and he caught some things on the security cameras. And he fired the armor-piercing guns at the gang, blowing folks to goo and bits. Certainly didn't see that coming. It was definitely a hot start to the game. A brief fight ensued. There was an exciting scene of them escaping the planet. That's how the weekend started. It was a whole ton of fun. I wasn't planning on giving a recap of the entire weekend on how the weekend went and everything like that. Just wanted to do a video to talk about a couple of the differences right quick on how I handle the things, and basically give a recommendation for EZD6. If you have trouble getting a group together to do a campaign over a period of weeks or months or years, I just want to encourage you to think outside of the box. Maybe get together a Saturday once a month and just do a long session, or like basically, a couple of back-to-back sessions that way. Maybe you pick up once or twice a year and just do a thing for a weekend. It doesn't have to be like a 30-year campaign where you're playing every week. I still have a weekly game that I run. I have a weekly game right now. I have a bi-weekly game, and I consider this annual thing another campaign. Just it's a different group. It's just as fun. As a matter of fact, the event nature of it just makes it a whole bunch of fun as well. So I just wanted to put those thoughts out there. Apologize for me rambling a little bit. I don't have a script. I just want to encourage you folks to try this gaming style out. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see you later.